Hey Scorpio, let's do your reading. So this is a general reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. This is just pre-shuffle. We're going to lay out a spread. Also, I'm going to start incorporating my little tips and tricks of, my little burst, I guess. I don't know, nuggets of health and happiness and wellness suggestions that I always like to throw at you guys. I'm going to start putting them at the end of the readings, so that it's organized so you can find them. And we're going to start doing that every reading. So stick around to the end if you are interested in that. I will probably be timestamping this as well. Anyway, so let's look at this. What I'm getting from this is I think somebody is not letting go or dwelling on conflict, just still like very curious about it. He's kind of stuck in that dynamic of maybe not being chosen, instead of looking, see, here's a keyhole. She's sad. She's got Five of Pentacles, and which is feeling left out in the cold, but there's a way out of that. There's a key for the keyhole here, and it has something to do with the decision. So somebody, may just chose someone else or something, and now maybe, I don't know, somebody's stuck in that energetically stuck in that. So then we also have the Ten of Pentacles, the Moon. This is very emotional. I'm almost feeling like there's an anger, like a deep-seated, like, don't want to show it, but some sort of anger. I'm not sure. We're just pre-shuffling here. The Empress, that's self-care, self-love. She radiates. It's almost like there's a struggle to maintain the energy. Maybe could talk yourself into it, and also just remember, if you are, and we all do to some degree, but if you are struggling with staying even keeled and happy and all that, remember that a lot of that has to do with hormones, which is why partly I'm sharing some of my tidbits, my health stuff that I've spent hours and hours and hours researching. I would love to share it with you, just to help. They're little tips and tricks that can really make huge impacts on your life. So, but hormones, your hormones will go up and down during the day, especially if you're female. So there will be times in the day where you'll have a dip. Don't worry about it too much, because you'll look back up. But there are things you can do to help support your mood, like sunlight for one. Anyway, let's get started. Wow, look at that. So see, again, I feel what I'm feeling, and again, this could just be pre-shuffle. So, and don't get mad at me if it doesn't apply. Just don't take it. Don't take it. But I feel like there's some sort of return, but even with the return, somebody is still dwelling on the hurt from the past. So it's just like that, the hurt from the past of maybe being an option or not being, for the first chosen or something. It's not settled. That energy, that hurt, that pain is not settled, and it's affecting, future. It's affecting the present. So maybe it needs to be addressed. Maybe that, would help. But you don't want to hold on to resentment when you get a second chance with someone, if they are really, trying to be there. So, you want to be able to clear that slate. So if you can't, maybe it's because it hasn't been settled in your mind. The communication hasn't been open enough and authentic. I mean, studies show that partnerships that are openly, authentically communicative, that don't withdraw or, withhold their communication and their attention, those are the relationships that flourish. Okay. So it kind of goes without saying, but I don't know. This deck is feeling a little cold to me. It's interesting. Nine of Wands. That's doesn't give up, been through it, but keeps going. Stronger for it. Okay, I'm going to see if I can warm up this deck. How are you guys? I hope you guys are doing well. Five of Cups again. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody's stuck. It's sadness. So either you're just somebody's having a hard time. This could be the person you're thinking about, you know, because we're going to tap into them too. But somebody's just stuck in sadness and really having a hard time pulling themselves out of it, really focused on what went wrong and hanging on to that energetically, which is obviously going to stunt your happiness moving forward. In the recent past, we have Queen of Pentacles. Who is that Queen of Pentacles? She's stable. She's resourceful. She's secure. Here we have Four of Pentacles. Fear of being hurt again or fear of losing out. Tower. Two of Pentacles. Juggling, like I said. There's just an emotional, looks like it feels like a kind of an emotional roller coaster here. Nine of Cups, self-love, love that. Wow, 2 nines. 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. Self-love, independence. Wow. Nice. 10 of Pentacles and 4 of Wands. All right, so there's a, just looks like a strong connection here. The 4 of Wands is a foundation. You've got a lot of stability here, and you have a lot of, you know, you're just hanging on, overthinking. So what is going on? We're going to ask some really, really clear questions. Let's just get a couple clarifiers real quick. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. I think you need, this is a new stable beginning, okay? You got the Death card. It's a death and rebirth. Things have to be let go of, though, I think, is what your message is. 7 of Wands, meditation, holding your ground, staying grounded. It's an element, this is an energy of not, you know, instigating or antagonizing. It's just smooth, steady, Emperor energy. I mean, we got some twin flame stuff going on here as well as possible. You got the 4 of Wands, 1111. You got the Emperor we already had. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Scorpio. That's why this is so hard. Yeah, because there's such a connection now. You know, I hesitate to even say twin flame because a lot of people get caught up in an abandonment wound and are stuck with rejection, and they're like, oh, but it's my twin, so I have to suffer my whole life and not be with them just because they're my twin, and that's not right. You shouldn't be with your twin if your twin is pulling you down, because they may need to go off and do their own thing. But look at that, Emperor, Empress. Wow, it just kind of gave me like butterflies in my, my stomach kind of dropped a little bit. So that's the deal, is there's a lot, this is a tumultuous, looks like a hot, cold relationship. I'm kind of thinking maybe what's needed here is maybe it's not going to work until we can, spend some time and energy on internal self-growth type stuff. But this negative energy has to be let go of. It has to. Why did I not get a 4th clarifier? Let's see. Whoops. King of Knight of Pentacles. So this is going to take time to feel stable. But if this negative energy has to be let go of. It's not yet. It's just it's a negative pattern. What I'm getting is that somebody tries and then gets shut down. Gosh, I did this before. I've done this before. I did this with my husband. And we did end up together. Of course, he passed away. Big, long, sad story. But what we did for a few years was one of us would reach out or try to come together, and the other one would either be busy or kind of, a lot of times what happens is one will reach out and not get a good response. They'll get kind of a pissy response or something. And so it's this constant, that keeps this cycle going. And then what I see in tarot readings a lot is that two people will come together, and the issue or the hurt from the past or being rejected in the past didn't get resolved. So, and there's not open communication. So there's stuff pent up that's kind of festering. But this does look like there's a lot of pain. But you got Emperor and Empress energy here. All right, let's dive in. So I'm going to go ahead and break my rule and tell you guys my little thing, that my little process that I haven't perfected it yet, but I'm working on it. So what I'm doing whenever I think about someone, I try to do this with my loved ones, where I will literally, whether it's someone in my life or that I'm, kind of not in contact with, but I care about, or even if it's my kids, especially someone that you're worried about. But what I do is I'll take some time. I'm trying to get in the habit of, whenever I think of loved ones, where I literally will just visualize them smiling and happy. It's like sending them this beautiful energy of love and light. I'll visualize them surrounded by love. I'll like put a glow around them, and that glow is like a halo, or just a big glow. Surround them with this light, which is just love and abundance. And I'll visualize them happy, healthy, smiling, laughing, with blessings. And I'll try to hold that space for a few moments. And I'm trying to get in the habit of doing that, just all throughout the day. And then, of course, this is something that we should be doing for ourselves as well. But this is especially I'm finding this very helpful when I'm thinking about hurt feelings, or how someone didn't do. Anytime I'm dwelling on something that's not going well, or even a situation, put that light glow on it. Put that glow, energetically. Also, you can tap your heart and send love. But that glow, that light glow, it's just this process that I've been kind of playing with for the past several days, and it is really, it's like just spending time with someone, even when you're not with them, just to send them energetic, positive energy. And also, I haven't really done this for myself yet, but we should actually end up getting to where we do this for ourselves. Okay, moving on. So I do feel like there's some bitterness here that we need to try to get through. So Page of Swords, wow, there it is again. Didn't we have a Pages? Oh, we did. Right? Oh, maybe that was in the pre-shuffle, and I had put it back, because I was playing with these too, and I think we definitely had Page of Swords. Wow, okay. So Page of Swords twice. So that's the energy of kind of, it's curious, but it can be taken too far, to where it's, investigative, questioning. So temper all that. Also, don't forget to be playful, with this situation, and don't forget to give compliments and praise. Okay, let's do another spread. I want to know Scorpio's energy and their person's energy, next actions. Okay, so see, Scorpio, I feel like okay, reverse the roles if you need to, but I'm getting just sad about an ending, hurt, wow, about deception. So there was deception. Okay, your person looks like they're going through some hope, healing, the Star card. Could be an Aquarius. There it is again. Apology. Would you be open to an apology? There's a stable new beginning. Will you allow it? Because it looks like they are seeing you in a different light now. We're going to have to clarify that. How they see moving forward is the Queen of Swords. That's cutting things out. Wow, this has major potential, Scorpio. You've got, and this is the second tower we've had. Tower. You have major potential for something solid. If it's not this person from the past, it's with someone new. But there's a thread of sabotage here. What you cannot see. Maybe your own strength and stability. Maybe you're in a habit of reacting. Some of you guys are going to probably get mad at me, and I'm sorry. I'm just reading the cards. It doesn't have to apply to you. There's Temperance again. Look at this. Very congruent. So there's just an element of learning how to, you know, be at peace, not keeping your heart too closed off. You know, we are wired to, our amygdala, we are wired to look for threats. So just know that when you're looking for threats, okay? You're wired, especially if you have history with being hurt. But being aware is a big thing. So that's the outcome. That's really good. I want to know, what is the deal with this could be a past situation that hurt you that you're carrying over. But there's a need to let go of this past hurt. I want to know about this Queen of Swords. What is the Queen of Swords about? Thank you. The decision. Which way do I go? Okay, the Magician just showed. Okay, more on that. Two of Wands, the decision. The Chariot and the Two of Swords. One more on that. Thank you. Oh my gosh, did y'all see that? This is one of those freaky readings. I'm telling you, I can feel these cards. I don't always need cards to do y'all's readings, but I'm feeling these cards before they come out. And I put this one back. I just showed it to you. I put it back and it, did y'all see it? It floated out. Freaky. All right, so Two of Swords with the Two of Wands. So we've got how they see moving forward. Somebody may be blocking someone else. You've got the Queen of Swords. She's somebody that cuts through things. She cuts out things that don't serve her. This Two of Wands is making, there's a fork in the road, right? But he's choosing the route that is, you know, he's got the whole world in his hands. He's got his back to this option and choosing this one. And it looks like whatever it is that hurt your relationship is going to be blocked. Progress. And there's that, look at that, there's that Chariot. So there is major progress happening here. So if you are in a relationship, or you're back, or this person that hurt you is coming back and you really do want to try again, if you don't want to try again, don't hang on to it. Let it go. It's a decision. It's all about a decision. You create your life. You create your future. You create your happiness. You create your health. You create your wealth. So make a decision, but don't be bitter. If you want to try this again, or if this is just a totally new person, you're gonna have to let go of what happened in the past. Maybe you need to deal with the feelings. That's why the Tower is there. But if this is somebody, okay, whether it is or not, if it's someone new, we'll ask how you're going to know, okay, who this is. But if it's someone new, or if it's someone from the past, and you're just questioning everything, this is a strong, super strong indication that there is major potential. We had it in this reading too. Major potential, okay, and a lot of love. Don't shut down. How would Scorpio know who this is? Queen of Cups. Did I just have the Queen of Cups? Oh, this is Queen of Wands. Could be a fire sign. What else? They could have a black cat. They could have a cat. Somebody takes action. Somebody. Somebody that is, fiery, passionate. How will they know? You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to do some of my cards. I wanted to do a reading where my cards are, some of them are in reverse, which I don't do. I want to know more about this. How will this person know? How will Scorpio know who this person is? I think you probably do know. A Devil in reverse. Somebody that has worked on probably some maybe addictions or obsession. Broke some sort of, chains. Yeah, I keep getting this too. So it's somebody that there is possibly some sort of tumultuous, difficulty that has, somebody that's really worked on taking a lot of action to let go of this devil energy. Let their guard down. Look at this. 5 of Swords in reverse. Who's like, I want to say somebody who's grown up a lot or softened. Let go of some anger. 5 of Swords. I mean, that's kind of an aggressive energy. I wonder if this is somebody who, with these 2 Temperance cards, maybe, was self-medicating or drinking, has done a lot of work to do better. Yeah, like a cycle. Like a cycle completed. I think this person, whoever it is, you're going to know who it is because they've made a big turnaround. They've made some big changes. Yeah, look. The World again. So how does this person's next move? We had the Hierophant. More on that. Oh, they're going to end something. Oh, I wonder if they're letting go of some false beliefs or some traditions, breaking free from something. They're breaking free from something tumultuous. Yeah, regaining power. What's that? Tell me more. Okay, maybe not. Okay, we keep getting that 2 of Pentacles. What is the 2 of Pentacles? This person's just done with the bullshit. Oh, oops, the bull stuff. They're just done. 10 of Wands in reverse. They're not going to carry the load of something else. Maybe it's a religion or a like religious factors or brainwashing or family, something that they felt tied to or were tied to legally or something. This person has let go of something very toxic. Look at this. Death upside down. What's the Death card? We're going to have to pull an oracle. Wow. This person is all about... Okay, this has potential. You have a lot of potential with this person. You got to get through the whatever doubt or anger. There's going to be some people who see this that is like somebody that they want to be wanting, or they are wanting. They shouldn't be wanting, because that person is not who we're talking about here. Okay, so don't make it something that's not. This is somebody that comes into your life and wants to do good and proves that. Okay, that has made big changes and offers love. I want to know about that tower, though. What's the deal with the tower? Okay, so it might have to do with family. So somebody unstable, maybe a mother. What's the Tower and the Queen of Pentacles? The Moon card is things that are hidden. I think you're getting an apology. And you just have to, decide if you want to take it. Let's do an oracle. You guys let me know in the comments. I don't know that I'm getting anything clearer. But I do think that you're going to have to open your heart again if you want love. Being hurt is part of finding love. Even when we are in the perfect match, we still get hurt. We all get hurt. We have to grow and keep going. We can't totally shut down. Okay, let's see if we can get a growth message. And then I'll timestamp where we talked about the glow technique, because I'm not going to go over it again at the end. But if you sped up to the end, just look at the timestamps, look at the comments. So to be fair, this is some, also, I got to tell you guys, the Justice in reverse kept showing up. It was upside down, which is really interesting because to be fair came up, which is, you know, the scales being balanced. Ooh. Orphaned. I'm going to read that. Let me just see if I feel like one more. A leg up. So if somebody's struggling, you know, try to look at it in love, and looking at it in love and being open and loving and supportive about it doesn't mean you have to be hurt, right? But there is a need to talk through some hurt so that you can, you know, not harbor resentment. Let's see, to be fair. 143. Please let me know that it resonated and how, and if you would help me get these videos back into circulation. You know, hit like. Make sure when you're subscribed and tap the bell, because a lot of the bells are set to personalized instead of all. So when you want to tap the bell, go to my home screen. If you don't see the bell, go to my channel page and tap the bell and make sure all is selected, because notifications aren't going out to a lot of you. Never-ending story, essential meaning, self-criticism. No, wrong one. You deserve to be loved and to give love, Scorpio. I mean, I think you know that. 143. Balance, justice. They need to consider options, mutual benefit, the law of cause and effect. Life offers experiences that are challenge and experiences that are nourishing. Yet over time they strike a balance. You move from stasis to doing, from discovering to loving, to letting go, to being again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of these states. You will always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. If you're not content with where you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. Accept them without judgment, and you will see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. For every cause, there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed. This is a relationship part. Can you achieve fairness right now? This is a time for listening as well as speaking, for understanding as well as asking to be understood. There is much to be learned, and you will learn if you remain open and objective, weighing options and considering all sides. Your heart wants to connect to others, so allow for a balanced exchange of ideas and actions. The best kind of relationship is the one in which there is a mutual benefit and each party feels heard, valued, and respected. Be fair to all. Injustice and inequity are part of life, but they do not have to define your experience. This is a time when you may observe an injustice and fairly redressed. Okay, let me read that again. This is a time when you may observe an injustice righted, and fairly redressed. So that's the thing, is so something fair is coming. Something's going to be, I'm about to run out of time. Perhaps you come to the rescue of someone else or are called to answer a personal slight. You'll be amazed by the sense of power that surges through you when you stand up for yourself and others. This card also indicates a good time to advocate for others who are less fortunate. This is basically saying, instead of that, you got to get out something. You've got to stand up and get it out off your chest, and it's going to feel good, and it's going to free you of that resentment. This card also indicates a good time to advocate for others who are less fortunate. Choose your cause and commit to it, because you can make a difference. One thing for certain is if fairness is your intention, the situation will be resolved for the highest good of all concerned through the acts of kindness, empathy, and courage. So remember the technique that we talked about, the glow, where you put the glow, the loving glow over your loved ones, and you can do it to yourself too. You can do it before something difficult. You can do it. I'm trying to do it every time I think of someone. I do it for you guys when I read your comments, but I'll put the time